refuge. Refuge means being in the influence or in the area of being safety, security and protected. That is the general meaning of refuge. Around the world, many people take refuge in various aspects in the way they believe in. Of course, everybody has the right to believe the way they like it, and they take refuge on what they believe in. In the same manner, Buddhists also have their refuge system. We take refuge in Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha. But what does it mean by taking refuge in Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha? And why are we taking refuge in Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha? We want to be safe, secure and protected. That's a reason. And what is attacking us to disbalance that safety, security? It's kilesa. Lobha, dosa and moha, greed, anger and delusion. Those mental defilements are always attacking us, always waging war at us at all time. Every moment of our awareness, they are always attacking us. And we want to be safe from that attack or warfare, secure from it. We want to be protected from it. For that reason, we take refuge in Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha. So they are always attacking us, this kilesa. Why? The key point is we don't truly understand about self. Okay? We don't truly understand about ourselves. You, me, I, that's self. We don't truly understand it. Of course we understand in a certain way, but not in the ultimate way. We don't understand it. Our viewpoint of self is not correct. Once we have the proper, correct viewpoint, then we can escape from that attack. As long as we don't have the right viewpoint about self, we are always under attack. Forgot to take for why.
I can get that. I have the second.
Okay. Where were we? The correct and right viewpoint about self. And if we have that, we are protected from the attack of the kilesa. So we take refuge in the Buddha to know the truth, to know the true nature of self, to know the true nature of mind and matter, body and consciousness. We take refuge, we approach to the Buddha to know the true nature of self. And also we take refuge, or we take approach the Dhamma, because that is the system that the Buddha laid down, set down for us to understand the true nature about self. For that reason we take refuge in Dhamma. And we take refuge in Sangha, because Sangha are a body of people who study, who maintain, and then who share with others, whoever is interested in this system of searching the true nature of body and mind. And for those reasons, we take refuge in Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha. It is not that Buddha or Dhamma or Sangha will come and protect us, shield us, or lift us out of the trouble or suffering or all life problem. Not in that way. It is simply a system that is set down for us to follow, to practice. And if we do that, we become safe, secure and protected from the attacks of the kilesa. So in here you will see one need to practice. One need to follow the path set down by the Buddha. What is wholesome, what is not wholesome, what kind of things to avoid, what kind of things to develop, and how to practice. The roadmap is very clearly indicated for us to follow, but the actual path following is totally onus on us. We must put effort to do that. Self-reliance is the key. That is the key thing the Buddha taught us about. Self-reliance. And follow this system, this method, this path, and you will be safe and secure. So that is the Buddhist point of view on refuge. Refuge, the three jewels. So in here you will see we must put our own effort to avoid unwholesome things and to do wholesome things. And then try to develop and culture your mind according to the system set down for us. So if you look at it, avoid unwholesome things, do wholesome things. What does that mean in another point of view, another words if you use it? That is karma. Doing unwholesome thing, not doing unwholesome thing, doing wholesome thing. All these actions are karma. That's what Buddha is talking in a different way about karma. So this karma is all the actions of avoiding and developing unwholesome and wholesome things. And in here there are three parts, three kind of actions. One is physical, actually the deed that we do, all these things. And the other one is speech, verbal. And the third one is something that people cannot easily detect, or cannot even detect. It's in a thought form. and most people try to be. You can read through the physical behavior and speech. But in Buddhism, thought is the key. Because speech, physical, deed and verbal speech are the manifestation of thoughts. Thought is the root of all things. That's why the Buddha said mind is the forerunner of all things. So in here it is the karma. So when we say karma, automatically it comes about to understand karma in two parts. One is the karma related with the past, and one is related with the present moment. There are two aspects of karma, one from the past and one at the present moment. Whatever we come to be, where we were born, under what parents we were born, what kind of environment we grow up, these are all the result or resultant or effect of the past actions we have done and the past life we have done. So in here, karma also gives you the meaning of the Buddhist understanding of there is a past life, there is a present life, and there is a future life. That concept is already understood under the word karma. So whatever we have done from the past, we were thrown upon here. Okay. Where we were born, under what environment we grew up. And that is the extent of the karma of the past, thrown upon. But you are thrown upon here, a certain country, certain parents, a certain environment you grew up. But at that moment, at the present moment, how you behave, how you react, how you execute, what kind of decision you make, that has nothing to do with the past karma. That is at the present moment. That present moment, you make the best of the decision that we all can, and we accurately execute something. Okay. Physical, deed, or verbal speech. We do that. And that aspect is called karma of the present. It's also karma. So that's why, what is karma? Karma is effort plus wisdom. You can look at it in a different way. Karma is effort plus wisdom. You are doing something, whether there's a mental energy or verbal energy or physical energy. You are doing something that is effort, energy, effort. And then if you associate it with the wisdom, automatically it falls in line with the way the Buddha has laid down for us. Effort plus wisdom. And if you apply effort in association with wisdom, the result that will come out of it, the effect that will come out would be the correct and proper, wholesome approach. But if you simply have effort, okay, you do something without that wisdom, it will go into the direction of unwholesome. And for Buddhists say, your karma, your present karma is effort plus wisdom. If you put effort and wisdom together, you will be walking on the correct path that the Buddha has laid down for us. It's all about avoiding unwholesome things and all about doing wholesome things and developing and culturing your mental states. That is where it goes. So if you have these effort and wisdom work together in your life, you're walking on the path of wholesomeness without unwholesome. In other words, that is what it means by taking refuge in Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha. So we need to understand whenever we say refuge, we need to understand very clearly. We always say Buddham Charanam Gacchami. Okay. I go to the Buddha or I approach the Buddha with full faith, confidence. And I can lean and depend on the teachings, the Dhamma, so that I may be totally protected, safeguarded, and secure from the attack of kilesa. That is what Buddham Saranam Gacchami means. Refuge, taking refuge. So it seems like just little 3 words, doesn't mean much. But if you truly understand, it means great, very profound. You can go very deep. It covers a lot. But some people simply recited the sound of the word. It's important to understand the deeper meaning of what we mean by refuge. Refuge, karma, effort, wisdom. In the scripture, there's one story is giving an example of this karma or effort and wisdom. Once a trading ship was going sailing in the ocean. There are 500 sailors. Okay. In the scripture you will always see 500, 500, 500. Doesn't mean exactly 500. It means there are many, lots. But for the written purpose, simply put 500. So don't literally take it as exactly 500. There's many sailors on the ship. They were sailing across the ocean for trading. A big storm came in, the ship got wrecked, and they got all pushed towards an island. That island is quite nice, very nice island. There are food to survive, oceans, sand, and they all get there. And all these shipwrecked and then flown and all floated onto that island. That is the result of the past karma. Now, when they got to the island and what they do is not dictated by the past karma. It's simply you are there, that is thrown upon. And when they got there, all the sailors, they get together, talk, and of course, there's all different types of people to a group. One group of sailors say, okay, let's say near the ocean, there's the sands and the beach, and we can fish easily, and we can relax and lounge, not much insect bites and things like that. So I'm going to say, let's say here, and it's a nice place, comfortable, easy lifestyle. And another group of sailors, let's say half, another half is, no, like I won't stay here. And they climb up the island, a little higher spot. And when they got to the higher spot, they make a dwelling where they get safe. Of course, there are some insects and mosquitoes and things like that. They have to walk hard. They have to come down here to go fishing and so on. But they have to work a lot harder than the other. The other girls, oh, these guys are nuts. They're doing something that's not really necessary. And they live. And they live on for days and months. And at one time there's a big storm come in. The storm was so big, it washed and covered 1/3 or half of the island. And all the sailors who lived, okay, on the beach, they are all drowned and dead. And the people who live at the higher spot, they put a lot of effort thinking about common sense and about they are saved. And that is the result. Half who died and half who survived is the result of the present karma. Because the one who survived, they put effort, they associate with wisdom, okay, the possibility, the danger that could come in, and they were safe. And that's the example about what past karma and what present karma is, and what present karma is the effort plus wisdom. That is a clear example of what we were talking about. So that's a little story given in the scripture to explain what we were talking about. So in here, we know effort and wisdom is important. What we throw upon, vipaka, the resultant, that's nothing we can do. We will be put there. We can't choose where we were born. We can't choose who our parents are. We can't choose where we go to school and so on. But what you do at that moment is your choice, your decision. As we say, this Dhamma talk is oriented towards more of an everyday living. And in here, we know actions are coming. In our life, what do we do? Most of us, most of the people, whether you're Buddhist or non-Buddhist, doesn't matter. We grow up and we make a living. Okay, we make a living. We have a job, whether it's a business or a trade or technician, a livelihood. We need to choose and we live. And in here too, the Buddha specifically say there are certain traits that one should not get involved. It's something that one need to avoid, and because it is unwholesome. And the first one is trading weapons. Trading in weapons, arms trade, that is a no-no. And also trading slavery, human trafficking, that's a no-no. And also trading in poisons, that's also a no-no. And also traits that involve the killing of other living beings, that's a no-no. And also traits in substance or intoxicants, drugs and alcohols, that's a no-no. Those are the 5 types the Buddha specifically said one must not, should not keep as a livelihood. And also, he doesn't leave us, all of us, only just for the mental development, culture, escape from the samsara. This is the only thing to do. He taught us in many aspects of our lives, for everybody, for everyone at any level of their practice and every level of their mental state. He gave us. So in here, when you are living a normal life, having a family, vijana, and everyday life, you have to have a livelihood. And when you have a livelihood, you must have a successful livelihood. That's important. So the Buddha said, people must have 2 eyes in their life. Everyone must have 2 eyes in their lives. What is the first eye? The first eye is you must have an eye for business. and there's another I. Another I is one must have a, let's say, self-control and discipline. Self-control and discipline. The I of self-control and discipline, and one must have an I for business. So the Buddha doesn't simply say only business. He put those two together. You are doing a business, but you must do it within the framework of self-discipline control. In other words, something that doesn't hurt anybody, that doesn't harm anybody, but at the same time, you can create wealth for yourself. Those two together, he put it in. And also he divided into parts. A certain one part is how to be successful in your daily business life for this life. That's one aspect. Another one is he doesn't stop there. And how to be successful in the future lives. Two aspects he divided. And in here the first one, one is practicing. We know what kind of livelihood one must not practice. But if you want to be successful in your life, okay, to accumulate wealth or livelihood to feed yourself and your family and your relatives, these are the aspects that one must follow. You can call it hard work or diligence. One must have an attitude of hard working mentality in whatever you do. Hard working, diligence, or you can put it in a different way, effort or energy. You must put effort in the work that you are doing. And when you're putting effort, what kind of things are you going to put effort in this diligence? You just don't randomly do. First of all, you find a skill. One must find a skill. Skill means, are you interested in painting? Or are you interested in mechanical? You have an inclined mind to a certain thing. In other words, look for a certain thing that you can easily be skillful. In other words, find out your talent, find out your interest, and pursue in that line. That's the first thing. You have to put effort to do that. And also, one must put effort to persevere. When you do something, it's never straight up, straight line up. It is up and down, sometimes tougher, sometimes it doesn't happen, sometimes it's down, 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 down. But once you set out in the path that you are skillful, have perseverance. One must have perseverance. And also, once you have that skill set, a skill that you like and perseverance, you must learn the technique. Okay? You just don't blindly push yourself. You must know the technique, how to do that profession, the livelihood properly. Technique, and if possible, right down to a formula. You can make a formula, a system. And 3. Now you have a certain livelihood you're working. You have the system down pat, persevere, and also pursuing what you like to do, something, the skill, your interest, not against your brain. And the 4th one is, when you are setting up this whole business, okay, sometimes it may be you alone, sometimes it might be an organization, a company, there are lots of people, and it becomes a big business. If that's the case, one must be able to do hands-on at every department. In other words, you must know your business from the cleaning the toilet, washing the floor, to right to the point of how to take care of the shrine room. Every aspect, one must be able to do it yourself. Which means nobody can cheat you, nobody can lie you. You may not work every department, but you know how to operate at every department. That's another one. You must put effort in that. And then finally, your effort, where do you put? You must be able to manage, in other words, to delegate, assign responsibility. And this is all how to make a business successful, according to the Buddha. And you must put hard work in every little segment. It's number 1, and number 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D, 1E. That is the instruction given. How to make your business or trade or livelihood successful. That's number 1 point. And number 2 is you must learn how to close loopholes. Okay, in this business you're running, but there's always loopholes. There's always little area, something slip away and become inefficient system, inefficient business. So one must know how to look and search for a loophole and close those loopholes. That's number 2. And then number 3, once you have established the business running well, loopholes are closed, and then you must know how to manage your budget, income and expenses that need to be balanced. You don't overspend. Whatever the income, whatever the expenses, budgeting, you must be skillful. Not only that income and expenses only, the Buddha said there's a certain portion must be saved for old age and for emergency. That is on a budgeting department, that kind of instruction given. And finally, the 4th point is one must have, if you want a Pali word, it's called Kalyana Metta, good friends. One must have a good friends. You must have a good friends, people surrounded with good friends. In other words, competent people who are kind, compassionate people, who are intelligent and smart, advisor in your business. You must surround yourself with good advisor. Those are the 4 points how to be successful in your present life, in your daily life, in your job, in your trade, in your business. Buddha didn't leave anybody out. He doesn't talk a lot about this daily life, but he still gives when appropriate, when somebody asks, he gives answers. And I don't think we can get a better strategy than that. It covers every aspect of a business. And then he gave us another 4 points. Okay, this 4 point is for the present business success. Another 4 point is to maintain that business along with the environment of the business that you're relating with. That's the first and foremost, right away. And also, it carries you for the benefits of future lives. The Buddha gave us that because what are the Buddhists doing? Okay, if you are a true Buddhist, we are trying to escape from this rounds of samsara, birth and death, birth and death. This rounds of birth and death, samsara, to escape from that. That is our final objective. But before we reach the final goal, final objective, we still have to go rounds and rounds and rounds around birth and death and birth and death. And in those process, while you are still going round and round towards the destination of out of samsara, one must be able to live those birth and deaths with happiness and peace and productive or beneficiality, you can say that. So every life we go through, we would like to have happiness, peace, and productive and beneficial life till to the end of the last life, which is the life that you escape from samsara. So because of that, you need some supply, you need some goods along with you to carry it. But we all know all the material goods we cannot carry to the other side along with this santana, this continuation of lives after lives. So the Buddha gave us 4. One is saddha. Number 1 is saddha. Saddha is, we all know, having faith and confidence in Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha. And also having faith and confidence in karma. So, in other words, refuge system. Okay. Refuge. Come back to the refuge. There is faith and confidence to Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha. And then there's karma, there's effort, there's wisdom. Okay. That is saddha. Saddha is the stone that starts everything rolling. So one must have saddha. That saddha is not only for this life, it's not only for maintaining and having a harmony with your environment and with all your friends and group and the business and your company. It also carries on to the next and next and next lives. Saddha. And then second one is sila, morality. Morality is extremely important for a Buddhist. You cannot build anything without the foundation of this morality precepts. In short, it is not hurting, not harming anybody, not killing, no cruelty, no violence, but at the same time saving, guarding, protecting all others from danger. That's morality. And everything a Buddhist do must be based on the morality. That's why the Buddha said, you cannot just keep on working to get a successful business. It must be go along with self-control and self-discipline. Self-control and self-discipline means morality in another way. Saddha and sila, morality. Those are the 2. And then the third one is called saga. Saga is, let's call it sharing. Sharing. In your business, you have your business becomes successful, okay, becoming into a great company, great corporation. You have hundreds, thousands of people depending on your business. You're running it. Of course, you're making profit. And one of the aspects of Sangha is when you have these profit, you don't put it all in your pocket. Share with your employees because they contributed to the success of this company. Share. Okay? Give them bonus, give them pension, and so on and so forth. When you share all those things, okay, with all the people, first and foremost, you know ita and michiriya, jealousy and envy. You don't have that jealousy and envy in you. You are totally giving, letting it go, giving it to them. There's no ita and michiriya, no jealousy, no envy, not me. Not everything in my pocket, covetousness, nothing to be lost from my pocket. Not only that, you gain respect from all the people who you work with. All your employees will respect you. These are the present right away. That's a benefit. And we are talking only about the company because we are oriented on the people who are doing livelihood in our daily life. Building businesses, building successful business empires. You share with everyone who contribute to it. And on top of that, the money is you also spend for people, other people that you don't even know, who are in needs, who are dire straitning, like people who are starving around the world, people who are in war zone and so on, people who are suffering from some kind of contagious disease and so on. Share, 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 whatever you can. Share with them. Okay. Share with the people who build up this business. Share with the people who are totally in need and totally helpless. And at the same time, of course, you must save something for yourself, for emergency purpose. In other words, charity and generosity. Okay. To total strangers and to all those who contribute to your success. That is called Saga. Sada, Sila, Saga. 3 parts. And the fourth one is Pinya, wisdom. Okay. Pinya, wisdom is, in here, we are talking about the people who are building business empire, who are not trying to escape from the round of samsara. So wisdom has to be defined in a different way. The further define it. For those people, wisdom is curiosity. If you have a great curiosity, there will be wisdom. That's what the Buddha said. He gave us 4 points to have a successful business, okay, which is diligence or hard work, closing loopholes, knowing how to do every aspect of the business, closing loopholes. My brain slipped away. Anyone remember? And then the fourth one is have good friends and advisor. That is on the how to have a successful business. And how to maintain a successful business and how to have a pleasant, happy and peaceful lives in future. There are 4 points. Okay. Sada, faith and confidence. Sila, morality. Saga, sharing. And wisdom, curiosity. So 4 points and 4 points. And those are the points that is really useful for Buddhists who on the way to the final objective to get out of samsara so that they can live their lives with happiness, peace, and beneficiality to self and to all others. So may all of you be able to practice according to the Buddha's instruction, which means taking refuge in the Buddha, Dhamma and Sangha. And may you have happy and peaceful lives till to the end of life that goes out of samsara. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Buddham Gacchami.